In just seconds a day, scientists found seniors could reverse aging signals most people believe are permanent. Not with cardio, not with long workouts, with precise movements that reactivate muscles and nerve pathways. Most adults over 60 think weakness, stiffness, and balance loss are unavoidable. But research shows that's not because of age. It's because key systems stop firing together. When those systems were reactivated in clinical studies, seniors regained strength, improved balance, and showed measurable drops in inflammation and biological aging markers. Walking alone didn't trigger these changes. General activity didn't either. Only specific exercises did, and almost no one is taught them. You're about to see the exact movements researchers found most effective. Now that the viewer knows why aging isn't an unchangeable fate, this section builds trust. Talk begins with research recognized worldwide, not obscure studies hidden in jargon. Harvard Medical School explains that muscles don't just weaken with age. Their ability to communicate with nerves and use oxygen efficiently declines too. But here's the twist. Targeted movement can reawaken these systems, improving everyday strength like standing up or climbing stairs even later in life. A major study highlighted by the Mayo Clinic found resistance exercises don't just preserve muscle, they can reverse age-related muscle fiber changes, even in adults past age 70. This means daily strength improves faster than most expect. So ask yourself, would you rather accept weakness or follow science that shows improvement is possible? And what about longevity? Observational research from cultures known for long life shows daily movement, walking, light strength, balance work correlates with decades of mobility and independence. Now, let's make this real. Have you felt your legs a bit slower getting out of a chair lately? Or noticed your balance isn't what it used to be when stepping off a curb? These aren't random issues. They're signals your body isn't moving the way it should. And you're not alone. Millions of seniors face the same daily struggles. And here's a question. Should declining strength just be accepted as inevitable? Or is there a better way? This video isn't about blame. It's about you, your daily life, and solutions that work. So what actually works? In just a moment, the video breaks down 5 specific exercises ranked from helpful to most powerful, all supported by medical research and senior-safe guidelines. No gym, no complicated routines, just movements designed to rebuild strength, balance, and confidence where it matters most. The final exercise, the number 1, has been shown to restore independence faster than walking alone, according to clinical exercise guidelines for older adults published by the American College of Sports Medicine and the World Health Organization. Stay to the end. Missing even one could mean missing the key that ties them all together. Let's begin with the foundation, the movement that quietly decides whether daily life feels easy or exhausting. Chair squats. At first glance, this exercise looks almost too simple, but science tells a very different story. Chair squats directly target the largest muscle groups in the body, the glutes and thighs. These muscles act like the engine of movement. When they weaken, everything else struggles. Standing up, sitting down, climbing stairs, even staying balanced while walking. According to the National Institutes of Health, loss of lower body strength is one of the strongest predictors of falls and loss of independence in adults over 60. In practical terms, weaker legs mean higher fall risk, slower reaction time, and greater reliance on others for basic tasks. But here's the encouraging part. Studies published in the Journal of Strength and Conditioning Research show that older adults who regularly perform sit-to-stand movements can improve leg strength by 20 to 30% in as little as 8 to 12 weeks without heavy weights or gym equipment. Why does this matter so much? Because chair squats train what scientists call functional strength. That means strength used in real life, not just in a workout. Every repetition reinforces the exact movement pattern required to get out of a chair safely. It also retrains the nervous system to fire muscles in the correct order: hips first, then thighs, then core. Ask yourself this: how many times a day do you sit down and stand up? Each time is either weakening the body or strengthening it. Here's how to perform chair squats correctly. Start with a sturdy chair placed against a wall. Sit tall, feet shoulder-width apart, toes pointed slightly outward. Cross your arms over your chest or rest them lightly on the chair arms if needed. Lean forward slightly from the hips, then press through your heels to stand. Move slowly, controlled, then lower yourself back down with the same control. No dropping, no rushing. Why slow? Because research shows slower repetitions increase muscle fiber activation and joint stability, especially in older adults. That means more benefit with less strain. Begin with 5 to 8 repetitions, once or twice per day. As strength improves, progress to 10 to 15 repetitions. If standing fully becomes easy, pause for 1 second at the top. That pause challenges balance and builds confidence. And safety matters. If dizziness, knee pain, or imbalance occurs, shorten the range of motion. The goal is progress, not perfection. Chair squats also prepare the body for what comes next. Stronger legs mean better balance. Better balance reduces fear of falling. And reduced fear allows the nervous system to relax, making future movements more efficient. That's why this exercise earns the number 5 position. It's not flashy, it doesn't promise miracles overnight, but it builds the base that every other movement depends on. Without leg strength, balance training struggles. Endurance work feels harder, but with it, everything improves faster. And in the next exercise, that leg strength will be put to work in a surprising way by activating a muscle many doctors now call the body's second heart. Now we move to a muscle most people never think about, yet it quietly controls stamina, circulation, and even balance: heel raises. Doctors often call the calf muscles the body's second heart, and that's not a metaphor, it's physiology. Each time the calf contracts, it helps push blood back up toward the heart, especially from the lower legs. When this system weakens with age, blood pools, legs feel heavy. Walking becomes tiring far too quickly. According to the Cleveland Clinic, reduced calf muscle function is strongly linked to poor circulation, swelling, and faster fatigue during everyday walking in older adults. Here's why this matters more after 60. The soleus muscle, pronunciation soleus, a deep calf muscle, is designed for endurance. It keeps you upright while standing and stable while walking. But inactivity causes it to switch off. When that happens, even regular walking doesn't fully reactivate it. Research published in the journal Circulation shows that targeted calf activation improves venous blood flow and reduces lower leg fatigue, sometimes within 2 to 4 weeks of consistent training. Ask yourself this: do your legs feel heavy halfway through a walk? That's often not the heart, it's the calves. Heel raises directly wake this system back up. And the beauty is simplicity. No equipment, no floor work, just precise movement. To perform heel raises safely, stand behind a sturdy chair or near a wall. Feet hip-width apart. Lightly hold for balance, not support. Slowly rise onto the balls of your feet, lifting your heels as high as comfortable. Pause at the top for 1 second, then lower slowly back down. That slow lowering phase matters. Studies show it increases muscle fiber recruitment and improves tendon strength, key for ankle stability and fall prevention. Start with 10 repetitions, once per day. Progress to 20 repetitions, then 2 sets. As strength improves, try single-leg heel raises while holding support. This dramatically increases balance demand and circulation benefit. And here's where synergy kicks in. Remember chair squats from item number 5? Strong thighs and glutes help you stand, but strong calves keep you steady once you're upright. Together, they form the lower body support system that prevents wobbling, shuffling, and missteps. Mayo Clinic balance research shows ankle and calf strength play a major role in preventing sideways falls, the most dangerous type for hip fractures. This is why heel raises rank higher than many expect. They don't just add strength, they restore confidence. People often report walking farther with less fear within weeks, not because they're braver, but because their bodies feel more reliable. Safety note: if Achilles discomfort or cramping occurs, reduce range of motion and slow down. Never bounce. Control always beats speed. Heel raises also prepare the nervous system for the next level of training. They sharpen communication between the feet, ankles, and brain, essential for balance work. And that leads directly into the next exercise, one that challenges the brain as much as the muscles, one that research shows can cut fall risk dramatically when practiced consistently. Up next, the simplest balance test with the most powerful aging benefits. This is where aging really shows itself, not in wrinkles, not in gray hair, but in balance. Single leg balance holds may look simple, but neurologists and geriatric specialists consider them one of the most revealing tests of biological aging. Why? Because balance is not just a muscle skill, it's a brain-to-body conversation. According to the Mayo Clinic, balance depends on 3 systems working together: muscles, vision, and the nervous system. When one weakens, falls become far more likely, especially after age 60. Here's the critical insight. Aging doesn't only weaken muscles, it slows the speed at which nerves send signals. That delay, sometimes measured in milliseconds, is often the difference between catching yourself and falling. Research published in the British Journal of Sports Medicine shows that balance-focused exercises can reduce fall risk by up to 42% in older adults when practiced consistently. That's not fitness marketing, that's measured outcome data. Ask yourself this: when you stumble, do you recover quickly or freeze for a moment? That pause is the nervous system hesitating. Single-leg balance holds retrain this system. They force the brain to constantly adjust, correct, and stabilize the body in real time. Every second you balance, thousands of micro-corrections occur in the ankles, hips, and core. Over time, those corrections become faster and more precise. Here's how to do it safely. Stand near a counter or sturdy chair. Shift weight onto one foot, lift the other foot just an inch or 2 off the ground. Eyes forward, spine tall. Hold for 10 to 20 seconds, then switch sides. If needed, lightly touch the chair for support. Not gripping, just guidance. As this becomes easier, progression matters. Close the eyes for part of the hold, or turn the head slowly side to side. These small changes dramatically increase nervous system engagement. Why does that work? Because balance challenges force the brain to rebuild neural pathways, a process called neuroplasticity. Studies show neuroplastic adaptations remain possible well into the 70s and 80s when the right stimulus is applied. This is why single-leg balance earns the middle position in the countdown. It's the bridge. Strength alone isn't enough. Endurance alone isn't enough. Balance ties them together. Strong legs from chair squats help you stand. Active calves help you stay upright. But balance training teaches the body how to react when something goes wrong, and something always does. A curb, a pet, a slick floor. The good news, balance improves faster than most people expect. Mayo Clinic programs report noticeable stability improvements in as little as 2 to 3 weeks with daily practice. Safety note: always practice near support. Never rush. Quality beats duration every time. And here's the forward connection. Better balance unlocks confidence. Confidence allows stronger movements, and stronger movements protect bones, especially in the upper body. Which brings us to the next exercise. One that many seniors avoid, but when done correctly, it protects the shoulders, arms, and even the spine better than most machines ever could. Up next, the controlled push-up, reimagined for aging bodies. This is the exercise many seniors avoid, not because it isn't effective, but because it's misunderstood. Push-ups. When done the right way, slow, controlled push-ups are one of the safest and most powerful movements for aging bodies. Not on the floor, not fast, but upright, supported, and deliberate. According to Harvard Health Publishing, upper body strength plays a major role in protecting joints, supporting posture, and preventing bone loss as people age. Weak arms and shoulders don't just limit lifting, they increase fall injury risk because the body can't brace or recover properly. Here's the science many people miss. Bones respond to load. Gentle, repeated loading tells the body to maintain bone density. Research published in Osteoporosis International shows that resistance movements involving the arms and shoulders can slow age-related bone loss and improve joint stability when performed at controlled speeds. Ask yourself this: If you stumble, can your arms support you for even a second? That ability matters more than most realize. Slow push-ups strengthen the chest, shoulders, arms, and core together. More importantly, they train coordination between the upper body and trunk, something machines can't replicate. Here's how to do them safely. Stand facing a wall or sturdy counter. Place hands shoulder-width apart. Step feet back slightly so the body forms a straight line from head to heels. Tighten the core gently. Then bend the elbows slowly, lowering the chest toward the hands over 3 to 4 seconds. Pause briefly. Push back to start with control. No locking elbows, no sagging hips. Why slow? Because studies consistently show slower resistance movements increase muscle activation while reducing joint strain in older adults. Start with 6 to 10 repetitions, 1 set per day. Progress to 2 sets as comfort improves. As strength builds, lower the angle, moving from wall to counter or counter to sturdy table. And here's where this exercise earns the number 2 position. Upper body strength amplifies everything below it. Strong legs and good balance help you stay upright, but strong arms protect you when something unexpected happens. Mayo Clinic injury prevention research shows that seniors with better upper body strength experience fewer serious injuries during falls, not because they fall less, but because they can react. This movement also supports posture. As chest and shoulder muscles strengthen, the body naturally stands taller. Breathing improves. Walking feels lighter. Safety first. If shoulder pain appears, reduce range of motion or move back to the wall. Pain is a signal, not a challenge. And remember, perfection is not required. Consistency is. This exercise also prepares the body for the final movement, the one that ties everything together. Legs, arms, balance, brain. The next exercise looks simple, almost too simple, but research from aging institutes around the world shows it may be the strongest predictor of independence later in life. And that's why it earned the number 1 spot. This is the movement doctors quietly watch more than any other, not for fitness, but for independence. Sit to stand power repetitions. Geriatric researchers often say this simple action predicts how long someone can live on their own. Why? Because it demands everything at once: leg strength, balance, coordination, reaction speed, and brain control. According to the National Institute on Aging, difficulty rising from a chair without using the hands is strongly associated with higher fall risk, faster physical decline, and loss of daily independence in adults over 60. That makes this movement more than exercise. It's a functional survival skill. Here's what separates this from item number 5. Earlier chair squats focused on strength and control. Sit to stand power reps add speed, safe, controlled speed. That speed trains fast-twitch muscle fibers, the ones that stop you from falling when you trip. Research published in The Lancet Healthy Longevity reports that older adults who include power-based sit-to-stand training show significantly better mobility, faster walking speed, and improved reaction time compared to those doing slow strength work alone, often within 6 to 10 weeks. Ask yourself this: when you almost lose balance, do you have the speed to recover? That's what this movement restores. Here's how to do it correctly and safely. Start seated in a sturdy chair, feet slightly wider than shoulder width, heels firmly on the floor. Sit tall. Lean forward just enough to load the hips. Then stand up a little faster than usual. Smooth, confident, controlled. No jerking. Once upright, pause briefly. Then lower yourself back down slowly under full control. Fast up, slow down. That contrast matters. Studies on aging muscles show this pattern maximizes power output while protecting joints and connective tissue. Begin with 5 repetitions, once per day. Rest, then add a second set if energy allows. Over time, progress to 8 to 10 repetitions. If balance improves, cross the arms over the chest to increase challenge. Why does this work so well? Because it retrains the nervous system to trust the body again. Aging often creates caution. Caution slows movement. Slowness increases fall risk. Sit-to-stand power reps reverse that loop. The World Health Organization, in its Healthy Aging Movement Guidelines, emphasizes that functional power, not just strength, is essential for maintaining autonomy and reducing disability in later life. This single movement integrates every exercise before it. Strong legs from chair squats provide the engine. Active calves from heel raises stabilize circulation and posture. Balance training sharpens coordination. Upper body strength prepares the body to react. This movement multiplies them all. Safety matters. If dizziness, knee pain, or fear appears, slow the standing phase and reduce repetitions. Progress is individual. Consistency matters more than intensity. And here's the emotional truth. People who practice this daily often report the same thing. Not, "I feel stronger," but "I feel capable again." Getting out of chairs feels automatic. Stairs feel less intimidating. Confidence quietly returns. That is why this is number one. Not because it looks impressive, but because it restores something aging quietly takes away: self-reliance. And when you combine this movement with the four before it, you're no longer just exercising. You're training your body to age on your terms. Now take a moment and let this sink in. Aging did not take your strength overnight, and it does not return overnight either. But what science makes clear is this: decline is not inevitable. Every exercise shared in this video was chosen for one reason. It supports how the body is meant to function in real life. Standing up, walking steadily, catching yourself when balance slips. These are not gym goals, they are life goals. The World Health Organization's Healthy Aging Framework emphasizes that functional ability, not just strength, is the key to independence as we grow older. That means doing movements that keep you capable, confident, and in control of daily life. So here's the simple next step. Don't try to do everything tomorrow. Choose one exercise, just one. Practice it today. 5 minutes is enough to begin sending the signal that your body is still in use and still adapting. Ask yourself this: which movement felt most important for your life right now? Now make it personal. If you're comfortable, share in the comments which exercise you're starting with. That small act builds accountability, and it reminds others they're not alone in this journey. And if this kind of clear, science-based guidance matters to you, consider subscribing. Each week, new videos focus on protecting mobility, balance, and independence using research, not hype. One final thought. Aging is not about doing more. It's about doing what matters. And when movement supports your life instead of exhausting it, everything changes. You still have more control than you've been led to believe, and today you've taken the first step toward using it.